Hello and welcome to today's recording session, Helping Students Adapt to Change. My name is Lita Downs, and I'm with the Center for Faculty Excellence, and I'm thrilled today to be moderating this recording session that was initially offered at the Walden 2020 Virtual National Faculty Meeting in summer. Today on the line, we have our Career Services staff, Angie Lira, Dina Berggren, Denise Pranke, and Katie Pieper. So at this point, I'm going to turn things over to Dina, and she can get things rolling. Welcome, Dina.
Welcome, everyone, and thank you, Lita. Thank you for joining us here today. As members of the Career Services team, our mission is to coach and advise Walden students and alumni on professional and workplace skills. And we know that in recent months, many members of the Walden community have had to adapt to rapid changes in their professional, personal, and academic lives, while also juggling increased responsibilities at work and at home. During this program, we will discuss some of the common challenges that students face during these times of employment uncertainty, and share tools to help students access career-related support for their professional success and well-being. We'll also share ways that faculty can support students' career development through the pandemic. With the recent challenges and complexities surrounding COVID-19, many of our students have had to struggle with a wide range of challenges related to their jobs and careers. For those students who are actively looking for employment, their job search has become much more complex. For example, most interviews have switched from face-to-face to virtual platforms, requiring new interview skills. And in many cases, the hiring process has also been delayed. Students have also experienced layoffs and furloughs during recent months, or even reduction in work hours. At the same time, healthcare workers, crisis responders, and others have seen increases in their job duties, working longer hours, and often experiencing burnout or even trauma. Many students have also transitioned to remote work, having to quickly learn new technologies, new communication strategies, and ways to juggle work, family, and other responsibilities. And some students are also coping with social isolation, illness due to COVID or related complications, and many other personal challenges. Now, Katie will tell us about the ways that we have been supporting students in career services during these uncertain times.
Thank you, Dina. In response to the needs of our students during the pandemic, we developed the following resources and offer support through multiple ways. First, we developed a toolkit and hosted a live webinar for students to find the support and tools they need to navigate today's academic, personal, and professional challenges. We are also hosting additional drop-in advising sessions and providing individualized support through career advising appointments. Finally, we are sharing several student success stories through the Career Services blog that specifically focus on resilience, juggling multiple responsibilities, and supporting children and families during these challenging times. Next, we'll share how we are addressing the immediate needs of our students. Before we can help students focus on managing their careers or finding a new position, we want to ensure that they have up-to-date information and support to address their immediate needs. In our toolkit, we focused specifically on areas of well-being, daily routine, technology, and access to reliable information related to the pandemic. Students need to be able to focus on well-being before embarking on a career search. We encourage students to reach out for support and connection and ensure they are taking care of their health and getting enough exercise. As we all know, COVID-19 has drastically upset our daily routines. We have been encouraging students to find a new routine that works for them, even if it's only temporary. Routines can help students stay in the academic and career management mindset, even as they are managing multiple schedules for families. We also included a variety of resources related to technology, as we have come to rely on it much more in the last few months. It's important that students have a firm grasp on various platforms now, as more employers are using them. However, we also wanted to encourage students to step away from technology at times to avoid burnout. Finally, we encourage students to stay informed through reliable sources without becoming overwhelmed with too much information. So now that you've had a preview, Angie will show you what the toolkit looks like.
Thank you, Katie. To assist our students, alumni, and their families during this time, we've created a toolkit of resources related to COVID-19 that will be continuously updated. The toolkit is located on the Career Services homepage, as you can see here. And next, we're going to look at what kind of resources are located within the toolkit for you to use. So let's take a look at the live site to see what kind of information you can find. There are 4 sections to the toolkit with resources listed within each one. In managing the emotional impact of COVID-19, we have resources on mental health, coping, social isolation, and stress. Here, students can find information about Walden's Student Assistance Program, where they can find free 24/7 confidential support for stress, anxiety, or depression, family and personal conflicts, major life changes, grief and loss, financial and legal concerns, and other life challenges. So if your students are experiencing any of these issues, the Student Assistance Program can help. This area also features articles on mental health topics such as seeking therapy, including how to make the most of a virtual therapy session. The section on navigating employment uncertainty includes resources on job search, financial assistance, as well as our top reads list with timely and updated articles on the job market and hiring trends. A really good resource here is called findhelp.org, which students can use to locate resources within their geographical area, whether they need help with care, food assistance, or work. This puts community resources at students' fingertips when they really need them the most. The virtual work, technology, and education section includes resources on the transition to virtual work and how you can make the most of virtual meetings. For students who are not currently working, having a solid knowledge of platforms will be important for their job search, especially as many interviews could be scheduled using Skype or Zoom. Being comfortable with these systems can really ease anxiety for students during an already stressful interview process. Additionally, there are tips in this section about work-life balance in our new environment. Finally, if students have concerns about managing their family while at home or protecting their loved ones, the section for individuals and families at home includes resources on what K-12 teachers want you to know and how you can support others and how to manage if a family member is diagnosed with COVID-19. These are just some of the sites that we are covering topics that we're covering currently on the site, we developed a toolkit to be continually updated as the situation develops. As we find resources that will be helpful for our students, we have the ability to expand these topics. Now I'm going to turn it over to Denise to cover some of the strategies that students can use for career transition.
Thank you, Angie. So whether we are working with students who are unemployed, anticipating a layoff, or changing careers, these are 6 common strategies we encourage students to engage in. First, we ask them to identify their career goals, keeping in mind that their goals may change as they progress through their academic program. Next, we guide them on how to explore employment trends in their field, and then update their resume to highlight how they're a good fit for their job target, which often includes highlighting their academic accomplishments. If they're interested in moving into a leadership role, we guide them on how to showcase their leadership skills, even though they may not formally have held a leadership position yet. And now more than ever, it's important for students to strengthen their online presence and continue to connect with others through virtual channels. And finally, if they're in an active job search, we share strategies to help them prepare for all steps in the interview process and communicate their academic and professional skills. For additional tips and strategies, as Katie mentioned on the next slide, students can watch a recording of the Navigating Employment Uncertainty webinar, which is available in the COVID-19 Toolkit. This webinar offers guidance for students on how to tackle unexpected professional challenges that often intersect and affect personal and academic endeavors and concerns. And we also support students through drop-in advising sessions where the career services staff provides career-related advice and refers students to appropriate resources. And students can connect with us on social media to stay engaged and informed. We're on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. And we also have a blog where we share career tips and student success stories. Students also have access to the Optimal Resume System, which is a robust career management tool used to build resumes, cover letters, career portfolios, and practice interviewing skills through mock interviews that they can record and then review. This interview prep feature is an especially useful tool to help students prepare for virtual interviews during the pandemic. Students who are seeking new opportunities can register on our 2 custom job and internship search systems, iGrad Job Search and Going Global. And finally, after utilizing our website resources, students are encouraged to schedule a career advising appointment through their student portal or email us at careerservices@email.woldenu.edu for more in-depth, individualized career advice and guidance. The appointments are approximately 45 minutes, so we have time to go more in-depth. All of these resources and offerings, and a lot more, are available on the Career Services website. We are here to support students and alumni at any point in their program and after graduation. For many students, especially those pursuing their degree to make a major career transition, the earlier we start working with them, the greater the impact we can have on helping them reach their career goals. So next, I'm going to turn it back over to Dina.
Thank you, Denise. So what can faculty do to help students in times of economic uncertainty? We would like you to consider taking the following action steps. Remind students of Career Services employment resources and offerings, and refer students to us, especially if they are in a job search or in a career transition. We are here to support and provide guidance. Share your story with students on how you personally overcame professional challenges, as we are all in this together. Finally, collaborate with career services to address students' career needs. A few ideas are to contribute resources to the COVID-19 Toolkit, collaborate with us on career resources and templates, or invite us to present to groups of faculty. And our staff also has shared strategies that have helped them stay on track professionally during uncertain times. And those include asking for help and finding support systems, cutting out things that are not necessary and focusing on immediate needs, being flexible with yourself and setting a new standard for yourself. In other words, going with the flow, limiting time watching the news, and organizing your day and having a schedule to stay on track. And with that, we'd like to thank you for joining us here today. Please reach out to us at careerservices@mail.waldenu.edu and refer students to our website.